Hello and welcome. Good morning. How are you? It's a pleasure to see you again and welcome to a new program. This program is program 995. 995. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000. What am I going to do when I finish this? I'll retire. I'm going to be so bored. I guess sí, Marta, voy a estar aburrido. Thinking, I want to do more television. Maybe. Or maybe I won't get bored. You know, to tell you the truth, I think I've never been bored in my life. Yes, I have been bored. When before the age of 13, my parents took me and my sister to church every Sunday morning. And we had to spend 1 hour during the church service. I think that's the only time in my life I've been bored. I've never been bored except at those hours from 11 o'clock in the morning, from 11 to 12 in the morning. And then, what's interesting, my father was a golfer. He liked to play golf. Me too. I was a very good golfer. My father, on Sunday, made arrangements. Every Sunday, except during the winter, he made arrangements to play golf with 3 other friends. And the tea time no es la hora del té, es hora de salida del hoyo número uno, to tee off. The tee is el chismito ese que ponen. They put the ball on top. Tea time is the time in which you start, and you need to reserve the time. And my father and his friends usually reserved 12:30. All right. Now, in church, the church service. Here in Spain, and in Catholic, you say la misa, the Mass, M-A-S-S, the Mass. In the Protestant denominations, we don't say the Mass, we say the church service. Servicio de la Iglesia, the church service. And it lasts from 11 to 12. It's very fixed, boom, boom, 11 to 12. However, in the church where we went every Sunday, the pastor was Louis Evans. I remember his name. Louis Evans. And he had a tendency to go too long in his sermon. The church service lasted for about 45 minutes. And then in minute number 45, more or less, the pastor took the Bible and read a passage from the Bible for the congregation. Congregation, about 300 people. It's pretty big for the congregation. And then from that passage, he gave a sermon. He spent perhaps 1 minute reading the passage, and then 7 minutes maybe with the sermon, 8 minutes. But Lou Evans had the bad habit of doing 10 minutes, 11, 12. And my father was looking at his watch, thinking, I need to be in the golf course, the country club, at 12:30. Where's that? And the pastor is going too long in his sermon. My father always got frustrated and irritated because Lou Evans was extending the sermon, the Word of God, a little bit too long. I remember that. And that's the only time in my life I think I've been bored. But when I finish this program, when I finish program 1,000, will I feel bored and say, what can I do? I have nothing to do, Marta. Yeah, and Marta will be here working. Also, twiddling her thumbs. Se dice mucho en inglés, twiddling your thumbs. ¿Qué significa twiddle? Twiddle, doble D en medio, L-E. Y solo se usa cuando haces esto. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I remember my grandmother did this. My grandmother, she twiddled her thumbs. I never twiddle my thumbs. Do you twiddle your thumbs? No? I can do it both ways. I can do it this way, I can do it that way. All right? Clockwise or counterclockwise. Clockwise. Wise como sabio. Wise escrito. Clock delante del reloj. Todo junto. Clockwise en el sentido de las agujas del reloj. Counter, contra, okay. Counterclockwise. The British don't say counterclockwise. The British and the Irish say anti-clockwise. Okay, counterclockwise. So, I'm not going to get bored. I have too many things I enjoy doing. I don't need to come here. I don't need you. I don't need Marta either. Yeah. I think I do need Marta in the future anyway. Yes, she's the only person in the world who calls me corazón de melón. Y lo voy a echar de menos. I'm going to miss it. Yes, some people call me corazón de león, but never melón. All right. Richard the Melon Heart. Richard the Lion Heart. It's interesting. The person, the English king, Richard the Lion Heart, corazón de león. The British say Richard the Lion-Heart. The Americans don't. We say Richard the Lion-Hearted, convirtiendo el sustantivo en un adjetivo. Right-handed, left-handed, open-minded, close-minded, broad-minded, narrow-minded, empty-headed, yeah, hard-headed, siempre. Headed, añadimos ese ed. Hard-headed. And lion, warm-hearted. Eso sí los británicos dicen. Warm-hearted, ese corazón cálido, caluroso. Warm-hearted, cold-hearted. Yes. There's more. Red-handed. Te he pillado con las manos en la masa. I caught you red-handed. O sea, con las manos ensangrentadas. You still have blood on your hands. I caught you red-handed. Yeah, empty-handed. Entró con las manos vacías. He came in empty-handed. I have nothing. It's not true. I have the books. Yeah, to protect me. But in any case, let's get going. Let's start with expressions. Page K. Page 111. Capicua. 111. Page 111 at the top. I've got something to have nothing to do with. Esto es curioso. Estos lápices no tienen nada que ver con ese micrófono. Those pencils have nothing to do with that microphone. There's only one connection. They're part of my English class. But normally pencils have nothing to do with microphones. ¿Qué tiene que ver el tocino con la velocidad? ¿Lo sabes? Se dice aquí, ¿no? Bacon has nothing to do with speed. Okay, do you agree? No, not necessarily. If you have, estás en una cuesta, like this, and you have a piece of bacon, a big, enormous piece of bacon in el pavimento. Okay, and you sit on it. If the day is hot, the bacon will start to move because it's melting. It'll start getting faster and faster and faster. You understand? So there is a potential connection, but it's very difficult. So, have to do with. What does bacon have to do with speed? Yes, I have nothing to do with that. Yo no tengo nada que ver con ese asunto. I have nothing to do. Español decís nada que hacer. No, nada que ver, perdona. En inglés, que hacer. I have nothing to do with that question. It's not my fault. I wasn't involved in that affair. I have nothing to do with it. It's interesting. In Spanish, you say nada que ver con. En inglés, nada que hacer con. Y en francés, nada que tener con. Avoir, pero no avoir de ver. Okay, it's interesting. In the three languages, each one is different. Yes, those pencils have nothing to do with the future of mankind. What do you think? ¿El futuro de la humanidad, esos lápices, tienen alguna influencia? No. Those pencils have nothing to do with the future of mankind. Well, those pencils are atoms and molecules. And in the end, They have a certain influence, maybe. Nothing to do with, nothing to do. The next one, to have spare time. Spare, escrito spare. To have spare time. Look, I don't have any spare time today. Spare means extra. Spare means extra. Extra time. No me sobra ningún tiempo. I can't spare any time for you. Y se usa como verbo. Today, I can't spare any time for you. No puedo extraer un momento para estar contigo. Un momento extra adicional for you. I can't spare any time. Spare me means perdóname la vida. Spare my life. Escrito spare. Spare my life. Spare me. Spare me. I remember a friend of mine in high school, Lynn Phillips. We played basketball a lot. Normally against each other, not on the same team. And he was a dirty player. He didn't play clean, juego limpio, nada. And I got angry with him sometimes. And he said, spare me, Tiger. Spare me, Tiger. Perdóname la vida, tigre. Okay, spare me, Tiger. Spare. Spare also is la rueda de repuesto, un coche, the spare tire. O sea, la rueda extra, vamos. Spare tire. Spare. Yes, spare my life. And to have some spare time means to have extra time. To have the blues. To have the blues. I'm down in the dumps, I have the blues. Sufrir los blues, los azules. The blues means estar triste, deprimido, cabizbajo y meditabundo. Yes, yeah. I'm suffering the blues. Yes, blue moon, you caught me standing alone. Blue moon, the blues. To suffer the blues, it's very common. Yes, to suffer the blues. I've never suffered the blues except one day in my life. I suffered the blues. I was depressed for one day because, ¿cómo se llamaba? I can't remember her name. Yes. Shelley Aberson. I was 14 and she was my girlfriend. And she dumped me. To dump is echar escombros en un vertedero. O sea, me vertió a la escombrera. She dumped me for David James. Why? Because he had a motorcycle and I didn't. She wanted a boyfriend with a motorcycle. We were 14. She was 14. I was 14. David James was 14. All right. So I lost Shelley Aberson because of a motorcycle. And I remember on a Sunday, I was depressed. I was suffering the blues. But I got over it. The next day I was fine. So Shelley Aberson caused one day of the blues for me, to have the blues. And finally, hablando de esto, to have the hots for somebody. The hot. Hot is caluroso, caliente, picante también. Como pica, it's very hot. Very hot. Cálido también. Bueno, cálido más warm. Caluroso. To have the hots for somebody, es que me gusta. Esa chica me gusta. Me gusta mucho. I have the hots for her. I have the hots means I have a very special attraction to her. I have the hots for her, but she doesn't have the hots for me. Okay, yeah. Calabazas decís, no? Yeah, me ha dado calabazas. Okay. Pumpkins? No, we don't say that. Yes. She rejected me. Yeah, rechazó. She rejected me. I have the hots, in plural. To have the hots for somebody. Richard, yeah. Do you have the hots for anybody now? Do I have the hots for you? For my wife, yeah. The hots, okay. All right. Gain fluency. What page? Page 60. What paragraph? Paragraphs 527. We have passed the halfway point. We have passed the halfway point. The point of no return. When you're flying, there is a point in which If you have problems, for example, crossing the Atlantic. If you're crossing the Atlantic from Dublin, for example, Ireland, to New York, you're crossing, there's a point in which if you have problems, you need to continue to New York. Before that point, you turn around and return to Dublin if you're having problems. That's called the point of no return. And we have passed the point of no return. Page 60, 527. Yes. There's a rumor floating around. There's a rumor floating around that I'm planning to leave the company and start my own company. Whoever started that rumor is a master storyteller and absolutely crazy. There's a rumor floating around. Hoy sigue habiendo rumores que flotan por aquí, en esta empresa. Yeah, Marta? I don't know. There's one person who works in this company who propagates rumors. She loves rumors. Do you know who I'm talking about? Maybe. I'll tell you after the program. She's a teacher, and she loves rumors and spreading. We say to start a rumor or to propagate is un poco técnico, but we say to start a rumor. Radio Makuto, you know, the grapevine, la viña de la uva, or la vid, la viña de la uva, the grapevine. Lo oí por Radio Makutos, I heard it through the grapevine, a rumor. What did you hear? Tell me. No, it's probably not true. Come on, tell me. It's probably not true. I don't like to propagate or spread. Spread is esparcir, también es difundir. También es untar pan. To spread butter on the bread, for example. I don't like to spread rumors because it's probably not true. But tell me anyway. Can you keep a secret? Can you keep a secret? Yes. Well, me too. So can I. I'm not going to tell you. To spread the rumor. There's a rumor, ¿qué dice aquí? Floating around, flotando por el éter de la oficina. There's a rumor floating around. También there's a rumor going around. Se dice más este último. There's a rumor going around, dando la vuelta. There's a rumor going around. There's a rumor floating around that you're planning to leave the company and start your own company. There's a rumor floating around that you're planning to leave the company. Adios, goodbye. And planning to leave the company and start your own company. Yeah. Whoever started that rumor, quien sea que haya comenzado eso o lanzado ese rumor, whoever, I don't know who started that rumor, but whoever it was, I don't know who it was. Do you know who it was? No? Do you? No? I don't know either, but whoever started that rumor is a master storyteller. Maestro cuentacuentos. He's a master storyteller. And is absolutely crazy. I have no intention of leaving this company. And I have no plans to start my own company. It's absolutely false. Fake news, okay? Whoever started that rumor is a master storyteller and absolutely crazy. Huh? Okay. Don't believe everything you hear, okay? Take things with a grain of salt. Toma las cosas con un grano de sal. O una pizca, dicen los británicos. Take things with a pinch. Como pescar, to pinch. Pinch. Take things with a pinch of salt, the British. Take things with a grain of salt. Don't necessarily believe. All right, the next one, 528. It's Monday again. Monday. Monday is my fourth No. Yes, Monday is my fourth favorite day. My favorite day is Saturday, because I don't work on Saturday usually. Sunday is my second favorite day, because I don't work on Sunday either. Friday is my third favorite day, because I'm looking forward to the weekend. And Monday is my fourth favorite day, because I'm beginning a new week with new stimuli, new possibilities, new opportunities, waiting to be exploited, waiting to be taken advantage of. I said, aha, Monday, I'm ready to conquer the world. And I need this week, in addition to subsequent weeks, to conquer the world. So, Monday, it's Monday again. Es lunes de nuevo, otra vez. It's Monday again. Yes, celebremos el acontecimiento. It's Monday again, which means, lo cual significa, it's Monday again, which means you have a full week ahead of you. You have a full week ahead of you. Ahead of you. A view. Como si, punto de vista. Point of view. Ahead of you. A view. Of you. A view. Una habitación, un despacho con vistas. An office with a view. A point of view. Ahead of you. Así se la pronunciación. La fonética es idéntica. Ahead of you. Tienes, ¿qué dice aquí? Una semana completa por delante. Ahora en inglés es obligatorio, por delante de ti, por delante de mí, por delante de ella. Ahead of me, ahead of you, ahead of her, ahead of them, ahead of us. You must include the object. You can't say por delante. Tengo 8 días por delante. No, I have 8 days ahead of me. All right. It's Monday again. Yes, sir, it's Monday again, which means you have, you have a full week, una plena semana, semana entera. You have a full week ahead of you. A full week of fascinating challenges. Wow. Así es Marta cuando llega el lunes. Retos fascinantes por delante. ¿A que sí? Yeah. All right. You have a full week of fascinating challenges and interesting opportunities to get things done and to achieve your objectives. So, get to work. Así que, manos a la obra. Get to work. A trabajar. Get to work. Get to work means a trabajar. Get to work or get down to work. Se dice más este último. No, lo anterior. Get to work. Get to work. A trabajar. Don't be so lazy. Okay, everybody, what are you doing? You remember when my gym teacher, el profesor de educación física, when we were in ninth grade, we were 15 years old. And it was the boys' gym. So it was 2 different classes, so there were about 60 boys in the gym. In a gran gimnasio de baloncesto. It's very big. 60 boys, and we were doing exercises, and the gym teacher, the physical education teacher, was barking orders, ladrando órdenes. And he said, I remember, he said, okay, I need to leave for a moment. I'll come back in 3 or 4 minutes. Charlie, come up here, and you lead the exercises. Charlie was one of my classmates. And Charlie came. And we were waiting for the teacher to come back, the physical educator. And so Charlie taught us how to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when the gym teacher came back, 60 boys were doing this. We were exercising. He said, we're doing exercises, coach. All right. Yes. So he said, get to work. Get to work. A trabajar. So, it's Monday again, which means you have a full week ahead of you of fascinating challenges and interesting opportunities to get things done and to achieve your objectives. So get to work. To get things done. Retos fascinantes y oportunidades interesantes. All right. To get things done Expresión, to get things done, we use all the time in English. To get the job done. To get things done. And it's impossible to translate that to Spanish. It's strange. There are certain expressions in one language that are very, very common that you can't translate to another language. For example, the Spanish expression, no seas mal pensado, can't translate that to English. You have to use a longer explanation. But to get things done in English means conseguir que las cosas se realicen bien. No solo hacer las cosas. Necesito gente que sepa. I need to find people who know how to get things done. I need to find people who know how to get things done. Necesito encontrar gente que sepa llevar a buen término las cosas. Iniciar y concluir con éxito. Hecho consumado. To get things done. I'm out of time. I'm running out of time. I'm going to come back to this paragraph tomorrow because it's an interesting paragraph. See you.